I want to take the time to report this for historical purposes going forward. Number one is that the American people in 2008 foolishly elected a liar, a usurper, a Kenyan-born ineligible person to serve as U.S. president, and ineligible being barred by the Constitution that he was not natural born. Most people in government, CIA, and high-level leadership knew that Obama was wholly and completely ineligible. But they foolishly believed that somehow or another his Negro or African-American or black status would cause the American people to forgive the illegal presidency and would just herald him as a great person. And once in the office, he would do such great things that no one would consider the fact, well, perhaps he wasn't eligible and we didn't do enough background checking. But now we're discovering that that is far from the truth. And ultimately, historically, with information being passed around the way it is today, that the black and African American people will discover that we have not yet had the first African American president or black president, and that America is probably temporarily at default. By that, I mean that if Obama is completely ineligible to serve, then everything that he has done then gets repealed because it was illegal and put together or laws signed by a person who did not have the constitutional authority to sign or to sit in the White House. All that's coming within the next year or so. One of the reasons why we believe that it will happen sooner than that is that the Boston Globe, one of America's herald and top media outlets, is now reporting that Obama admits that he lied about having lived with his uncle, who is living in America illegally in Boston or in Cambridge while he was preparing to attend Harvard Law School during those years. The uncle, who was arrested recently, realizing that he was about to be deported, said, "I think I want to call the White House and talk to my nephew." Obama had stated back in 2011, when asked about his uncle and his aunt, both of them who were living in America illegally, that he had met his aunt, but he had never met his uncle, and did not know him. He made this as a clear statement as a president, and as Coach Dave Daubenmire has stated, everything that Obama states as the President of the United States of America to uphold the Constitution, he makes statements under oath. So Obama stated in 2011 under oath that he did not know his uncle who lived, his name is Onyango Obama, who lived in Cambridge, Massachusetts. This is recorded, and the Globe newspaper has recorded Obama's statement of 2011. Well, Maria Sacchetti has posted up an article on the 5th of December stating that, and I quote, President Obama acknowledged on Thursday that he lived with his Kenyan uncle for a brief period in the 1980s while preparing to attend Harvard Law School, contradicting a statement made more than a year ago that the White House had no record of the two ever meeting. Now, this is important that Obama has admitted that he lied about living with his uncle. But his uncle, Onyango Obama, goes on to say that while Obama was sleeping on his couch there in Cambridge, that Obama told him that he was attending Harvard Law School as a foreign aid student. This is on record. It's been now reported as Obama, a foreign aid student, coming from the mouth of his uncle. And we can now perceive that the reason why Obama did not want any relations with his uncle to be known is because his uncle knew that he was a foreign aid student, and also that as a foreign aid student that he had a citizenship from Kenya and Indonesia, and that was not eligible to hold the office of president. Now, this matter, as I'm reporting now and has been reported by the Globe magazine by Maria Sacchetti, ought to have shut down the American government right now, and the Justice Department will be investigating Obama's lies, Obama applied to Harvard and went to Harvard as a foreign aid student. All of this should be under full investigation. Now, it very well may be at this present time and is not being disclosed to the media. But my friends, this is documented proof that, one, Obama lied to the American people. He lied under oath as the president, sworn to uphold the Constitution of America. He lied to us about a relationship with a relative who is also an illegal living in America. Number two, he told his uncle, and his uncle documented, it's been documented by major media now, that Obama went to Harvard as a foreign aid student. We were also able to discern from what Marie Pope stated that he very possibly was a foreign aid student at Punahou High School there in Honolulu, Hawaii, and very possibly at Occidental as well. So if he was accepted at Harvard as a foreign aid student, we know that Congressman Charles Rangel of the Harlem Congressional District stated in an interview with New York One that he had been asked to write a letter of recommendation that Obama be admitted into Harvard from a Muslim entity and from a well-known Muslim here in the U.S., that Obama also was a foreign student, and that the Saudi Arabian government would be very obliged if Rangel would write such a letter, and he did. So what does all this mean? It means what we have been saying, or at least I, along with people like Rudy Davis and Aaron Davis and Orly Tates and Mickey Booth, the Bertha Princess, and Dr. Jerome Corsi, and others have been saying for the past 6 years, that Obama is wholly and completely ineligible to hold the office of president. Now, where is this going to go? We don't know. But one thing we do know, that this lie that he told is just the beginning of lies that America at least are willing to accept. And let me say a couple of words. While I appreciate the fact that people are now beginning to say, well, you know, I never believed in conspiracy theories, and so when the Bertha issue was raised, I just saw it as another conspiracy. But this unveiling of Obama's lie about his never known his uncle, his lie about foreign aid, a foreign student, has caused me to do a double take. Well, you know, with all due respect, there was never a conspiracy theory. The fact that Obama was wholly and completely ineligible to be the U.S. president was not a conspiracy. It was just absolute fact that he was not American born. There was no conspiracy there. And with all due respect, I think that people who ignored or wouldn't support birthers during this time were simply people who were afraid to be called racist, and so therefore they would not acknowledge. This was no conspiracy. If a man presents a fraudulent birth certificate, that's not a conspiracy, and someone yells and says that they know that it's fraudulent, that's not a conspiracy. The birth certificate issue was never a conspiracy. It was never that. And to run behind that now and say, well, perhaps the conspiracy was not, the birthers are right. While I appreciate anybody jumping on the bandwagon now, because Obama will be judged as to who he is, whether now or later. It's definitely going to happen. I just thought I would put that in because we have fought so hard. We've not only fought against Obama, but we fought against people who didn't want to be called racist and therefore denied that Obama was a foreign student, that Obama was wholly and completely ineligible to serve. And they fought us, and they've continued to fight us. The Koch brothers put up millions, if not billions of dollars to fight little old me, to fight against Mickey Booth, to fight against Rudy Davis, to fight against Jerome Corsi. They put up millions, if not billions of dollars to fight us, those of us who are called birthers. Were it not for the money of Donald Trump or the presence of Donald Trump, the Koch brothers would have crushed us. And now we're getting reports that John Boehner has been paid to fight birthers and to keep birthers earth is silent. The media has been completely taken over. Rush Limbaugh will not let you say Bertha on his program. Neither will Bill O'Reilly, Fox News, Roger Ailes, Rupert Murdoch. Millions, if not billions upon billions of dollars have been put up to fight against little old me and Mickey Booth and Rudy Davis and Aaron Davis and Dr. Horley Tate and Dr. Corsi and others. They have spent billions. And so now that the Boston Globe has documented that Obama has lied, now they're saying, well, we're willing to hear maybe he lied about his Social Security number. Maybe we're willing to hear we lied about why he was disbarred by the Illinois State Bar. Maybe we're willing to hear that he lied about his relationship with Larry Sinclair when he was a senator there in the state of Illinois. Maybe we're willing to hear that he lied about his attendance at Columbia University, that he indeed never went there. George Stephanopoulos said he never saw him. Wayne Allen Root said he never saw him. My friends, this was never a conspiracy. It was never a damn conspiracy. What the hell? This was never a conspiracy. It was always about the facts. And we need to keep it as that. Now, I would pray that people who've been paid off by the Koch brothers and others to stop the truth that I have been promoting for years. Millions, if not billions of dollars have been poured against me and against Mickey and against Rudy and against Dr. Corsi and against others to stop this. This is no conspiracy. It's just outright fact. Obama is a fraud. And black people have not gotten a black president yet. And America is in default as far as the Constitution is concerned. And every act that they've taken under the usurper, illegal, ineligible leadership of Barack Hussein Obama. I'm James David Manning, everybody. I'm the Lord's servant.